10 scary videos of Ghost. That might be his best title ever. It's a half an hour long video. Let's go. No pausing.
Factory worker Kama Kaylee recently moved from his home country of Greenland to live and work in Denmark. But little did he know that the apartment he moved into had a horribly dark past. 7 years ago, a 49-year-old man was brutally attacked and lost his life right outside the apartment's front door. After
That's
Kama moves
upsetting
in,
to
he
hear.
begins to notice his things moving and falling to the floor for no reason. He hears the creepy sound of someone knocking on his door, and doors inside the apartment slam shut for no reason. One afternoon, Kama hears strange sounds coming from somewhere inside his apartment. He pulls out his phone and starts to record as he tries to find the source of the odd noises. But then, this happens.
Ooh, we're gonna see something. I like the use of emoji. Yep, there was a very visible door. I love to see that door. Thank you for showing me the door. Really, I am seeing one right now. God, I hate selfie people. That's an empty room. Like, bro. That's an expensive sofa, that's a chair, this is a setup. There's no way that's his actual place. That sofa, that chair, that bedsheet, they don't match. Show me if the window's open.
Kama gets a good jump scare as a door slams shut right in front of him. And, it seems to literally scare a fart right out of him. But now, this is where the fun ends and things start to get really dark. Because another day, not long after sunset, the eerie activity in the apartment starts up once again. Now, Kama is a bit scared, but once again, he takes out his phone to try to record proof of the creepy activity in his apartment. What happens next is truly creepy.
Sleep with the door closed. He's on his sofa. Am I seeing an eye? What is that? There's a dot. That's not an eye, that's a handle. Now that's a face. That's 100% a face. It could be a coat hanger. Looks very much like a face. What is that? It's like a lock system. Magnetic lock system. Okay. I was tripping for no reason. No selfie this time? Come on, I'm missing the selfie. Thanks for the arrow. Why am I bitter today? You gonna jump out?
A cupboard door opens by itself and Kama's helmet slides across the floor. Later that night, Kama decides to live stream from his apartment. He says that he's having trouble sleeping because he keeps hearing things moving and falling to the floor over in the next room. What happens next, live on camera, is downright chilling.
Yep, I saw that. Is your door closed or no? It would be better if I didn't have to see through a reflection. I would keep the lights on. That's a huge house for someone who's sleeping on a mattress. Unless you just have one room. Apartment, yeah, he just has one room.
Hears the sounds of his
But
falling
but
to the
still,
floor.
there are multiple rooms in there. Like, this feels like a set. This doesn't feel real.
In the other room. But when he goes to investigate, the drawers of a small cupboard slide open on their own. Kama's had enough and runs down the stairs and out of the building. But when he looks up at his apartment window, he is shocked to see someone or something standing inside his apartment, seemingly looking right down at him. So with everything that has happened, could Kama's apartment actually be haunted by the restless ghost of the man whose life was
And also, the guy lost his life at the door. There are many rooms in there, many apartments in there. Why is your the one that's haunted?
taken there? Let me know what you think. Just a quick side note, but Greenlandic is only spoken by around 57,000 people in the entire world. So a huge thank you to Nuke's Top 5 viewer Wilhelm for translating. Nuke's
Hey,
Top
thanks,
5
man.
viewer videos. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Natalie Hintz is taking a few iPhone Live photos of her sister-in-law and niece at a scenic lookout in Utah, when suddenly she
Finally, someone using a landscape mode.
notices something very odd.
A bicycle? Anything else? Ah, driving on his own. Riding on his own.
When Natalie watches the live photos back, she notices a bicycle riding by at an alarm.
The tires aren't moving, it's not moving natural, it's going in a direct line in terms of video, may not be going directly in terms of the land. That's edited. There has to be.
Alarming speed in the background, all on its own. There's no rider, and there's no one chasing the wrong.
And there's no
behind.
physics.
Natalie says she is creeped out by the strange photos. Viewer Stephen Figueroa says that he's been experiencing paranormal events since he was 3 years old. He says that he has even seen full-bodied shadow apparitions in his home. So back in 2013, when Stephen was 18 years old, he says that he was finally able to capture proof of what he's been experiencing. But it's a bit potato because all he had to record back then was his iPod Touch.
I'm not here to just like debunk this. I'm a fan of horror. But I just say what's the thing that's come to my mind. It's not about like proving one thing or the other.
Notice that the trash can first tips slightly forward, then moves back, then crashes over onto the floor. A few bags and suitcases fall over as well for no apparent reason.
Yep,
Cut
they did
to
not get in
2017,
touch.
And Stephen has now upgraded his video with a new phone.
Is this place prone to
When he hears a
earthquake you're
strange
not talking
rattling
about,
noise coming
maybe?
from the hallway outside his bedroom, he once again decides to try to record some proof of his paranormal experiences. And this is when things start to get really weird.
What is that?
A picture frame on the wall violently moves and raises up, almost as if it's trying to fly right off the wall. Since this video, Stephen says that his grandmother cleansed and saged their home, and for the last 6 years, he's happy to report he's never had another paranormal experience.
So don't have life-size mannequins. What's your
This
job?
next creepy video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Paulus Helander. In his email, Paulus says that his brother was home all alone one night at their farm in Finland. Out the window, he notices that the light in the barn has mysteriously turned on. Paulus says that this strange event has happened many times, but no one in his family can figure out why. Now the farm is in the middle of nowhere, and the man is all alone. But nevertheless, he gathers his courage and goes out to turn off the light. He films the barn as he searches for any explanation as to why the light turned on. What happens next is downright.
Personally, I wouldn't go there. It's a morning issue. I'm just not going there at night. I'll fix it in the morning.
Creepy.
Circuits being damped is probably not a viable explanation. Let's show me the switchboard. Man, you gotta clean this place. Where's the switchboard?
Did you see it?
I did not.
A pale, undefined face can be seen staring in through the window of the barn, seemingly watching the man before disappearing.
Yeah, that's why you clean this place.
Thankfully, whatever it was seems to have scurried off, and the man returned home unharmed. But what do you think this is? Is it something paranormal, or perhaps something even more terrifying? A real person stalking around the farm in the middle of nowhere in the dead of night. Hanako-san. A group of friends at a high school in Japan hear crying coming from the restroom during their lunch break. Now in Japan there is a famous legend of a girl named Hanako-san. This young girl's spirit is said to haunt restrooms in schools across Japan. The group moves in, all of them a bit hesitant.
I know a little bit about the lore. It's a good spirit. It only attacks bullies. It doesn't attack good people.
To investigate the source of the creepy sound. Needless to say, it did not go well.
So they're speaking in weeps. But don't force her to do stuff. It might just come after you. Leave. What?
The girls are just about to leave until they suddenly hear a loud bang and go back for a look.
That was a jump scare.
The horrifying, distorted face of a young girl can be seen inside one of the restroom stalls. The
eyes are weird.
And the video cuts. Now, unfortunately,
any update?
There's no source to be found for this video. It appeared on the internet as mysteriously as the Japanese legend. So did the girls capture evidence of Hanako-san? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Japanese videos usually have like a pretty body-ish things. There was a video where you could actually see a full person in a closet just staring back. You see where they're holding you with a hand. Japanese videos tend to have like full-on body, not just like a shadowy thingies.
You decide.
That's a pattern.
The 6-year seal. A girl says that she lives in a spooky house that was built in the early 1800s. She says that as long as she can remember, strange, unexplained things have happened around the home.
And also, shadow thing is mostly American. The shadow figures and what have you, that's mostly American.
Including odd noises and creepy, unexplained footsteps in the middle of the night. Tragically, the girl's mother passed away inside the house under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, the girl's granddad became convinced that there was something evil inside the home. For unknown reasons, her granddad sealed his bedroom shut, hid the key, and left the house, never to return. The old man's room remained locked off for the next 6 years. Then suddenly, one day the key to the room was found just lying in the open on the living room table, with no explanation as to how
He left the
it
house.
got there. One night, the girl and her friends decide to explore the allegedly haunted house.
So she already
using a
looked
spirit
like she
box in
left.
hopes of getting some kind of answer from the other side. And that's when things take a very unexpected turn.
If there's anybody with us, can you tell us your name? We don't usually tell you our name.
Did you not ask for permission from grandpa? Like, why?
Oh, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
But, bro,
The girl's sister is unaware of what's going on and simply steps out of the shower to go to her room. The group thinks it's a ghost and freaks the out. But things are about to take a much more sinister turn as the three friends finally decide to unlock and explore her granddad's 6-year sealed bedroom.
It was just a bedroom.
that's disrespectful. Come on.
Are you going in?
No, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't feel good.
6-year-old documents.
No, I don't.
Collect the documents at least.
That.
I just got
Corbin, don't be going through this stuff.
I just got so lightheaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I got lightheaded as soon as I walked in here.
That's fear.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching. I think
Bro, you're the one who came in new. You're new, not the spirit.
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
That's what that thing's creepy.
Why, Santa, why are you locked up? It could be an object in here.
Yeah.
Did your grandpa ever think about that? Like, it could be an object. You could just burn the whole room.
Insert obvious joke here.
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
scratch marks in it? I don't know. Oh my god. No, you're kidding.
Stop.
No, get out.
That's
Get out,
fake.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Scratch marks up your back.
There's no way.
Stop. No, you can't stop. You're giving me anxiety.
Oh my f***ing god.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding.
No.
The girls are shocked as their friend seems to get scratched by something inside the room.
It took us like 5 minutes to unlock that door. Like it wouldn't open. We went in and immediately I felt lightheaded. Didn't you say you didn't feel good?
Alexis.
Yeah. Immediately I felt lightheaded and I was like, okay. Okay, weird. But I was just trying to like play it off, you know, like it's not real. He said that his back was burning, and as a joke I was like, oh, imagine if he had scratch marks. And then he had
I
them.
imagine.
And in the video you obviously can see there was no one near him.
After this terrifying ordeal, the group believes something is very wrong inside that house. They say that they plan on just staying out of that bedroom. But what do you think is going on here? Could there be a dark entity linked to that bedroom? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
In the beginning, I thought they left the house. When you said grandpa left, I thought they left the house, moved away. But I guess not.
Lost Soul. In Michoacan, Mexico, a photographer named Paco is waiting in his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive to work on a project. Paco suddenly hears his friend Eduardo outside his open window, talking loudly to someone on the street. Paco checks his security camera to see what's going on. And, just watch.
He's talking to nobody. Nice cars. Seems like he's telling someone the directions.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey.
Sometimes people do be talking to themselves.
Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
Eduardo swears that a man was asking him for directions, but the security footage shows no one there, just an odd white mist. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost? Or a brief mental breakdown because he seems convinced. So let me know what you think. Alice Attic. Amateur paranormal investigator Phil Koch has been posting strange captures from his supernatural explorations for 15 years on YouTube.
Eesh.
The hell was that? Wait. Gotta get the camera.
Now imagine if he just runs away like everybody else.
Right next to us.
In fact, I featured Phil's videos on this channel many years ago.
What the hell? Something just moved behind me.
Now, on this particular night, Phil and his teenage son are performing a paranormal investigation in the attic of an allegedly haunted house in West Allis, Wisconsin. And things get weird.
On the floor. So.
I don't know if I would involve my son into this.
70 between
Without them knowing, a voice seems to whisper, "Go outside."
7.
There is
But what
very
happens
clear voice.
next shocks them to their core.
12:30. And I think that it was about an hour since we heard those footsteps coming through here, but I don't know what that was from. What's our average temperature?
It's about
I'm
37.
seeing if there's any visual.
Cold. And I'm getting like a 0.2 all the way through the room.
Wait, it's going to 45. There's 50. Oh, I got a 50.
I got a reading here. Okay.
Don't run, you're doing this thing for 15 years.
Okay.
Phil and his son have had enough. They just run right out
With
of
just
the attic.
one chair.
But when Phil uploads the video, many viewers claim that they can actually see something sitting in the chair that slides out. But
Nah.
what do you think?
I don't see anything.
The Wandering Patient. This next video takes place in an allegedly haunted hospital. Now the story goes that the spirit of a little girl who passed away still wanders the hospital halls, unable to move on. Down in the hospital cafeteria, the staff working the late night shift experience something that makes their blood run cold.
Ay, no, no me estar asustando. Yo quiero llorar. Foto, ya está grabando. ¿Está grabando?
Almost looks like they're swinging.
Ya deja de jugar, niña.
Ay, no, Dani, ya he visto.
Pequeña,
No mames, no mames.
pequeña, que estamos jugando, ven acá.
Ya se fue para allá. Se abrieron las de allá. Se abrieron las dos.
Ya se salió, a lo mejor. Ay, no.
Ay, no, no.
Nunca
mames.
me asusto,
No, ya,
pero ahora,
ya
mire.
tengo el harto miedo ya.
Nunca me asusto. Y yo,
You,
Ay, no,
time to leave.
No, ya.
Like if like a quote unquote investigators run away, then yeah, you're covered. But if regular people are in a situation like this, then yeah, run away.
¿eh? ¿Ocupas algo?
I'll see something.
Pequeña, ya prendí la luz.
Now the hospital night staff all know the creepy story of the little ghost that supposedly wanders the hospital. So they watch in terror as the cafeteria gates and automatic door open and close on their own, almost as if someone is walking there. But as the doors close, a small dark figure can be seen walking by the doors on the other side. But whatever it is, it somehow just doesn't trigger the automatic doors. So could the stories be true? And is the hospital indeed haunted by the spirit of a little girl? I leave that up to you to decide. The Madison Seminary. Two teams of paranormal investigators decide to explore the allegedly haunted Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio.
6769.
Madison Seminary was built in 1847, and over the years the building has been used as a school, a hospital, a mental asylum, and even as housing for the grieving families of men who died in the Civil War. With a long, dark history like that, it's no surprise that many ghosts are said to haunt its abandoned halls. So one spirit in particular is said to be that of a very unfriendly doctor who tries to frighten and physically attack anyone who visits Madison Seminary. Now, the team of paranormal investigators has just
That's not a doctor.
started to explore the building when investigator Mandy notices something very odd.
You're super red.
What? Am I gonna die?
What?
Am I gonna die?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's
Oh,
super
he's a
red.
redneck. Doom, 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 tsh.
Oh, it's a pain.
Oh, what the? It almost looks like a thumb. That's weird. What? Yeah. It's a weird spot, too. Yeah.
You get marks like that with age,
Like anything right now.
technically. But not this quick.
I guess we'll see if it does start to feel like something.
Turn around again.
So it's burning or something?
I mean, it's so red.
I know, it doesn't feel like anything.
Looks like a
Ghost
scratch.
hunter Steve is shocked to discover that a large red mark has suddenly appeared on the back of his neck.
Or I can see that he recently shaved that area and maybe didn't pay attention that shaving caused that. It does that sometimes.
But he says he doesn't really feel a thing. So the group continues upstairs where the angry spirit of the doctor is said
I
to
saw something.
sometimes appear. As they record, they capture something that is downright creepy.
Different video, okay. I didn't hear.
Yeah, it was like a male voice down there. It was like 2 or 3 words.
Doctor! Doctor! It just said doctor.
Right after we heard a male voice, it said doctor. Yeah. So the thing is,
I saw something small.
He says he was a surgeon. So people call
That's
him
what
doctor,
she
it makes
said.
him angry. So we call him a doctor, usually.
Is there a doctor down there? Oh! Did you hear that? Yeah. I definitely heard a voice coming from down there.
The group
Can
hears
you
a
come
low
out?
voice coming from somewhere in the attic. But did you see it? Right after the investigators hear a voice in their obelisk ghost box says the word doctor, a small dark figure can be seen running into the attic hallway. The ghost hunters don't even notice the odd figure and only see it once they review their footage later. So did they capture the spirit of the old hospital doctor on camera?
That's a small dog.
You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel.
I can see why he was
Ghost Club
bitter.
Paranormal. Caught on camera. Late one night, Claire Mills from Manchester, England gets a notification on her Ring camera that someone is moving around in her front yard. For obvious reasons, Claire is a bit worried, and she immediately checks the camera footage. What she sees sends chills down her spine.
That's very faint for camera to give a notification.
A strange white mist can be seen quickly darting down the driveway before disappearing completely. Claire has no idea what to make of this bizarre figure and wonders if she might have caught a ghost on camera.
But at least
We
it
need
left.
scary videos, so if you
No,
see
it was
something scary
leaving,
that you
not
think would be
coming.
perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Secret Shopper. Security guard Ramirez Rivera is working the night shift on New Year's Eve at a Bodega Herrera store in Torreon, Mexico. The security guard is a little bit bored and records a video complaining about having to work all alone on New Year's Eve. Suddenly,
I would
something
complain
very
too.
strange happens.
I wouldn't work at night.
Feliz año nuevo aquí encerrado.
Any day.
Aquí dando el rondín. Jales, jale. Sin llorar. Ay, güey. Hijo de su pinche madre. Negocio yo. Ni pedo, vámonos. Uy. A la chingada. ¿Qué chingas trae ese pinche mo? No manches.
Bro, I wouldn't get away. You're gonna get blamed for whatever damage that's gonna happen.
Madre. Vámonos mejor. Uy. Uy, güey. Vámonos mejor.
After this creepy occurrence, the security guard is a little freaked out, but just brushes it off. But then another night at 3:20 in the morning, Rivera thinks he keeps seeing someone walking behind him from the corner of his
3
eye.
in the
even
morning,
though
that
he's
means
the only
night,
person
right?
in the store. A little spooked, he decides to record himself as he walks through the store, hoping to catch a glimpse of any mysterious intruder that might be following him. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas madrugadas. No, bueno, más bien, estoy nervioso, asustado. Siempre traigo mi celular a la mano. Son las 3:20 de la mañana, me tocó aquí guardia nocturna.
Yeah, night.
Bodega Herrera, si se fijan está todo
I'm not gonna
solo.
call it morning, it's night.
Pero ahorita acabo de ver a alguien allá en la entrada de clientes. Se miró allá por la entrada de clientes, hasta allá hasta atrás. Y
Yeah, I can get a better view if you hold it in landscape and use rear camera.
no hay nadie. Así lo voy a dejar a ver si pues de pura chingadera se vuelve a ver, ¿no? Y lo vi clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez. A ver si se alcanza a ver. No, me da miedo ir. A eso que se mira ahí.
It could be the same thing as this, whatever this is. Looks like a half mannequin for just pants. It can be the same thing.
Negro que se ve ahí. Miren.
And now it's moving.
¡Oh! Está caminando, de hecho hasta que no.
It's a guy shopping.
No manches. Y se sigue moviendo.
Is it not just a guy shopping?
Claro está que miren. No. Vámonos.
Something can be seen lurking behind the creeped out security guard. Now we cut to a week.
I'm gonna assume it's not a 24/7, which I was previously assuming. Like, why are you working at night if it's not a 24/7? Just lock it down. Again, they don't completely understand. Could be someone doing a 24/7 night challenge, breaking into the place.
Later, and Rivera is back on another night shift when he spots a little girl aimlessly wandering around outside the supermarket. But before he can approach her, she simply disappears into the night. Given the late hour and the fact that the little girl was all alone, many viewers have speculated that this little girl could have been responsible for the strange occurrences in the store. Some even suggest that she might actually be a ghost.
So whatever it is, it's not my problem.
Things seem to be back to normal at the store. But then Rivera spots a shopping cart doing something a little weird.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están?
Oigan, man's tired.
Es mi hora de comida. Pero no van a creer, amigos. Ahorita escuché que se movió el carrito. No lo vi. Escuché que ese carrito se movió, amigos. Se escuchó así clarito como si lo hubiera alguien agarrado. Bueno, no sé, a lo mejor son mis nervios.
Is it gonna move down? Do you not have CCTV at this place?
Pero sí, clarito escuché que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
I might want to hear that one again. I feel like Nuke is gonna play it.
Pues no alcancé a grabarlo, obviamente. Pero mire, no manches, mira. Chéquense. Ustedes me van a decir si soy yo. Son mis nervios, no sé. Pero, mire. No manches. No manches, amigos. Se movió. El carro se movió.
Check it out. Question mark.
Se movió, amigos. Se movió.
As the security guard attempts to capture evidence of the shopping cart moving, a soft voice can be heard saying, "Jugamos?" Which basically translates in English to, "Want to play?"
Que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
So could it be that the Bodega Herrera store in Torreon is haunted by the spirit of a little girl? Or just what is going on here? I leave it up to you to decide.
I think it would also be better if there was a few CCTV footage. Surely that place has CCTVs. Well, anyways, that was 10 scary videos. See you next time.